Alright, here we go. So number 1 says to graph that. So what do we do first to graph something? Where do we go to graph something, guys? Y equals. Very good. So go to y equals. And we're going to type it in. Square root of x plus 2. Alright, now if you have a calculator like mine, you have to hit the right arrow button before you hit subtract 3. If you have one of the yellow calculators, you have to close your parentheses before you hit subtract 3. Do not hit the negative 3, it's subtract 3. And then hit graph. Alright, let me know if you get a picture that's not like mine. Let me know if you get a picture that's not like mine. Yeah?
It's like yours. Yeah. You're going to actually negative positive 10.
Alright, here we go. So how do I tell my calculator, hey calculator, I need some points so that I can graph this? Second table. Very good. Or second graph, whatever you want to call it. And you'll have a whole bunch of errors because you cannot square root a negative number. And the first one looks like -2, -3. So you're going to graph that. And then -1, -2. We got some decimals. Next whole number is +2, -1. Some more decimals. And then 7, 0. There you go. Y'all okay? Alright, then it said find the domain and range. So, what's the domain? No one? What is domain from which way to which way, guys? Come on, we've been doing this forever. Left to right. What's the farthest point to the left? Does it hit -2? No, so it gets a parentheses or bracket? Parentheses. And then where does it go to the right? No, very good, infinity, because it's got an arrow on it. That arrow that way. Doesn't have an arrow this way because those are negatives, and you can't square root a negative. They're imaginary. Yes, sir?
The numbers have a bracket.
No. If it hits it, it has a bracket. It doesn't hit right here. It's just level with that. Alright, what about range? Range is from where to where? Bottom to top. What's the bottom y value? Does it hit -3? Nope, so it gets a parentheses. And then slowly, where is it going up to? Infinity. And the infinities always get a parentheses. Y'all okay? Alright, let's do 2 and 3 and then we'll call it a day, okay? Bless you. Alright, number 2 says F composition of H, bless you, of 6. And F of X is 5X plus 7. And then it told us H of X was 2X squared. Okay, just reading that off the paper right there. Okay, so what do I do first? Where do I plug that 6 first? Which one? F of X or H of X? Where do I plug that 6 in first? H of X. Very good. So we plug it into H of X first. Alright, so that would be 2 and then 6 squared. So that would be 2 times 36. And what's 2 times 36? Come on. 72. Very good. Alright, now what do we do with that 72? Plug it into the X in F of X. Very good. So that'll be 5. And then instead of X, it'll be 72. And let's see, that's 350 plus 10 is 360. plus 7 is 360. Ooh, I gotta squeeze that in. 367. You're all okay? Just bringing back some memories? Hopefully, because you'll see it again in pre-cal. All right, number 3 is the same exact thing. It's f composition of h of x. This time we're going to plug all of which function into the other one. Which one are we going to plug into the other one? H of x. All of h of x goes into f of x. So f of x was 5x plus 7, and h of x was 2x squared. So all of h of x goes into f of x. The only place to plug it in is the x. So that'll be 5, 2x squared, plus 7. So what does that give me? Perfect. Very good. Okay, so let's talk about the final exam real quick. Yes, you can still exempt if you have the grades and the attendance, okay? And I'm going to talk to everybody about that the last day before exams, which is not next week, but the week after that. Tell you if you're exempt or not for this class. I have had people before that their semester average was like a 69 or a 79 or an 89, and they were trying to bump to that next level. And so I've had people take the exam before just to try to get to that next grade level. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? So that's an option for you. Even if you're exempt, I won't let it go against you if it hurts you, but I have had people before that have taken it just to try to help their grade out a little bit. So that's just an option for you if you're exempt. All right, keep that in a safe spot. Keep that graph paper with it because there's a few more graphs that go along. And we're just going to do a few problems today to remind us, keep it fresh on our brains about tangent. And then we'll call it a day. What about?
What is our test? Like our chapter?
When? It will probably be Friday of week after next. Or Thursday. Friday or Thursday.
Separate test on the stuff we just learned?
No, it's all together. It's just sine, cosine, tangent, and then there's one other thing. That's it. That's all we've done so far. It's just the graphing. Alright, so we are on, I guess these didn't get numbered. Yes, I'm just gonna come around and look at them. Since there's not very many of us in here. Alright, we're on this page right here. And we are going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 9 today. And then we will call it a day, okay? Alright, so let's look at number 2 real quick. So a lot of y'all are going to freak out about the way that looks. I can rewrite this right here. This theta over 2. How can I rewrite that? What would my b be in this case?
1?
Not 1, no, because you have that over 2 right here with this theta.
I thought we were looking at
No, number 2, yeah, because we're looking at this crazy one. What's your b in number 2? How much, Sarah? 1/2. Very good. So you can rewrite this as 2 tangent of 1/2 of theta, right? Because if I were to redo that, 1/2 times theta over 1 is still theta over 2, right? They're still the same thing. So you can rewrite that as 1/2 theta. Are y'all okay? Same thing on number 3. Got it good? All right. So do we need to go over any of these? You want to do one of them with you? No? Okay. All right. So go ahead and we're going to work those 5. I'll put the answer key up here. So don't pack this up until you have checked your answers, okay? And then grab your homework from last night, those 2 problems from last night, and keep those out on your desk. and I'm going to come around and check those, okay? And then we'll call it a day for the day. Because I know we got a lot of people out today. All right, guys, there's 1, 2, and 3. If you want to check your answers on those. 1, 2, and 3. All right, there's number 4. You want to check your work on 4? There's 4. All right, guys, there's the last one, number 9. If y'all want to check your work, well, that one.
Hola, Miss Blackman, Feliz, ¿cómo mayo? ¿Cómo estás?
Shut the door and try that again, please, dear.
Muy bien.
Gracias. Do y'all have any questions? Are y'all okay? Okay. Y'all sure are quiet.